morning, guys and gals. Gareth Westy Runner here, back again after a couple of months away from the camera. It's been busy. I've had quite a lot of work going on. I very nearly left my job. But then the inevitable happened. My son came home from school one day and announced that he wasn't quite feeling so well. And as it turns out, half of his class had COVID. So Katrina got COVID, I got COVID, our younger son Isaac didn't get COVID, but you never know, some people get it, some people don't. So I was really quite unwell for a couple of days, but I've been on the mend. I had most of the week off work, and I certainly had the entire week off running. I'm now starting to get back into it, and so what I thought I'd do is I'd talk to you about my experience of recovery from COVID and what it's like for me, because I've not really seen anyone talk about it on quite a personal level. So I thought I'd give some introduction. Let's go and take a look at one of my runs, and then I'll talk you through what my week has been like, and then we'll see what my plans are going to be over the next week or two. Afternoon, folks. It's quite a nice day out here, considering how bad it's been the past few days with pouring down rain. So it'll be quite nice to do this, and we've sort of been out a few times, but this will be the first decent length run I've had, like I say, in about a week. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. Well, not fantastic, given that I'm currently walking at a reasonable pace, mind you, uphill. Just cross over. I was in the mid to high 140s after I stopped running, when I was probably in the high 150s, just about 160, which is way too high, even for me. So yeah, I'll just walk up the hill and jog it back in. Well, not amazing, not terrible, but I would like to just say is that in a perfect metaphor for that run, for the first time in ages I got shit on my shoes. Please, dog owners, clean your shit up. Public service broadcasting at its finest. And speaking of which, here's my dog. Hello, little dog. So we're here on Strava at the end of the week. You can see up until the week when I actually got COVID, things were looking really quite good. I ran up to about 115 kilometres, which is a decent week's running in anyone's book. That's sort of 70 miles for people who work in Imperial. And then it all kind of goes a bit weird here, and then I get back to it, and this week I've managed about 55k, really at a very, very easy rate, and you can see it's mostly been flat running, easy kind of pace, like 5 minutes a k, maybe a bit slower than that, 5:20 a k when it's a little bit hillier. One of the things I'm really interested in doing is comparing heart rates before I got COVID and after I got COVID, because that seems to be one of the things. So I've kind of picked out two runs. I did an hour aerobic sort of about 3 weeks ago. And this was done on Exhibition Drive, very near me, and my average pace was 4:53 a kilometre, and my average heart rate was 141. And sort of if we see across here, you can see it's really pretty consistent in terms of heart rate, very, very easy in the high 130s, low 140s all the way through. And that's kind of what I'd expect when I'm in pretty good shape. Here's a run I did on the same course, a little bit shorter, earlier in the week, that was done slower. So let's just go down and look, and you can see I did it at 5:01, so sort of 8-10 seconds a kilometre slower, and my heart rate was 149. So not only am I running slower, I'm doing 8 beats per minute faster, and you can see the heart rate pretty clearly. We get into the 150s, which running about 5 minutes a k is pretty unusual for me. So there's very clearly something going on with my heart rate. But it's not just my heart rate where I'm running. My resting heart rate, which I monitor on a daily basis, is typically around 48, 49 when I'm really in shape. But at the moment, it's been an average of about 57 for this week. So again, about 8 beats per minute higher than normal. It's not fantastic, really. So where do we go from here? I'm supposed to be training for the Topol Marathon at the beginning of August. Not really sure that's going to come off yet, but we just need to see what the recovery is like. So I think that is the plan. I try and recover as best I can. I try and run sensibly, keeping my heart rate to kind of within my aerobic zone, regardless of what the pace might be. I'll just try and slowly build that volume up. But also I need to listen to my body, feel what my rated perceived exertion is. I've been trying to keep it very low, about 3 or 4, and I've really found that that's helped so far. And I think that's just it. We've got to see how things go over the next coming weeks. On a related note, one of the things I did see is that Sport New Zealand has released a guide to returning to pretty much any sport after you've been taken down with COVID. I'll stick a link to it in the comments below, and I recommend you take a look, have a look, see what you think. And if you've got questions or comments, or you're returning yourself from COVID, tell me about your experiences. I hope your training is going really, really well, and I look forward to hearing about it. Take care and good luck.